The viral brick lady, and if y'all don't know what the viral brick lady is, the viral brick lady is this woman named Rhoda Osman. And if you don't know what happened, I'll give y'all a quick, summary on what happened. This woman lied and said that a black man threw a brick at her after he tried to get her number, and she said no. She made a viral video, it went viral, crying, made multiple videos about how this black man threw a brick at her face for no reason. And everybody that was around her, all the other black men around her, didn't do nothing. They just stood there and laughed and watched or whatever, right? She got all this support online from all these feminists and all of these simp, right? Basically just taking her side because either them want to get some pussy or they're or a bunch of women that are feminists that are just angry because they fat and ugly and they can't get a man. Usually ugly bitches like to jump on board with this because ugly bitches need a reason why they should hate men other than the fact that they are fat ass ugly. And then lame like to need a reason to jump on this shit as well because they not getting no pussy. So the easiest thing to do is just to simp for women so they can get some or just disassociate themselves from men because they don't like accountability and they can't step in rooms with other men because other men gonna hold they accountable. So that's that. So she's got a lot of online support, unfortunately. And again, that didn't happen. Nobody threw a brick at this stupid. What happened was she was drunk, acting belligerent in a cab before she got to the place that she was at. And she was like fighting some dude inside of the car. She was hitting him first. And I guess there was an altercation that happened outside when they got out the car. And she hit him first again. And he responded back after she hit him multiple times by throwing a water bottle at her face. Right. And it ended up creating like a big scar on her face. She looked crazy. But she started all of this and then lied and said, that's not what actually happened. And that actually is what happened. So this is and this, by the way, this woman is also East African. Just to let y'all know, this is the definition of a woman that's a tether. And what women like this like to do is, tethers like this like to do, what they like to do is they like to come to America and they like to jump on this bandwagon. So what we need to realize, unfortunately, that goes on in American society is a lot of tethers push this anti-black man versus anti-black woman propaganda on the internet. A lot of tethers do this. They do. You notice with my content, even though I get on women a lot, I get on men a lot too. My content is never to down black women, ever. And it never will be. I don't have any videos on my pages of me downing black women. If I'm talking about one, I'm talking about one. They ain't got shit to do with her being black. But if you notice, a lot of these tethers are the main ones who sit on the internet all day. And if it's a woman, all black men ain't shit, fuck all black men. If it's a man, all black women ain't shit, fuck all black men. They get in these like red pill groups and they just down talk black men and women all day. A lot of times you see it on TikTok. Now, that's not to say that black American men and black American women don't do these and don't add fuel to the fire, because you definitely have that, that group. And I would be lying and being disingenuous if I said that you don't have some black American men and some black American women that don't push that as well. But it's not the majority of us. But what you do see a lot is a lot of tethers are usually on the forefront of these movements, just pushing negative propaganda against each other. But they do it under the construct of being black. But they know they're never talking about their people back in Sudan, like Myron Gaines. They're never talking about their people back in whatever bullshit country they come from the Caribbean or from Africa. They never talking about it when it's coming to them. So they know that black means us, but they can cosplay under black and they'll say, oh, I'm talking about everybody. But we know damn well they're talking about black Americans. And we give these motherfuckers too much leeway. So you have people like this stupid that exist, right? So let's read this. The viral brick lady was found guilty today for lying about a brick attack. She was the aggressor and sentenced to 90 days in jail, treatment. I don't know what they mean by treatment. I'm assuming maybe some type of, I don't know, sobering up program or something. 42,000 in restitution. And if you don't know where this 42,000 of restitution comes from, this comes from the GoFundMe that this woman made based on her lying and all these people that donated to her. Now, to add more to this woman has done these multiple times. So the reason why this thing blew up like it did, to add on to everything that I just said also, and yes, she is African. She's East African. You could look at the bitch and tell she's East African. But to add on to what I'm saying though, this bitch has done this multiple times, right? The bitch has done this multiple times. This ain't the first time the bitch lied and said somebody did something to her and then made a GoFundMe and got money. You know what I'm saying? So that even, this like, it ain't no way 5 men done did something to you and then you done made a GoFundMe. Somewhere down the line, bitch, you lying. So, $42,000 in restitution, 10-year probation, and she got a 10-year social media ban. 10 years in prison if it's violated. Now, I don't know how steep that is because I went to the Instagram page yesterday and the got a story up. So the still clearly be posting. So I don't know what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? But let's watch this video. Okay, I don't know if this is actually... Okay, here we go.
A woman who raised over $40,000 on GoFundMe is now being charged with theft by deception.
What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this?
Rhoda Osman told
That bitch looked like Martin when he started boxing. Golly! They fucked this bitch up. And that's what the bitch get. The bitch because she a liar. She was hitting it, she was putting her hands on the man, and he threw a water bottle at this bitch and made this bitch look like Martin. Fuck out of here.
Rhoda Osman told cops that she was hit in the face with a brick outside a Houston club after she refused to give out her phone number. But footage capturing the incident does not support Rhoda's report, according to charging documents. And cops say a similar GoFundMe was created in 2020 where she claimed to be assaulted with no reports on record. GoFundMe told an NBC affiliate that the fundraiser has been removed from their platform and Rhoda has been banned from creating future fundraisers.
All right, so let's read a couple of these comments based on this. People are saying 10-year social media ban is gonna hurt her more than anything, LOL. And the fact that she threw black men under the bus trying to get millions makes it even more blasphemous. She doesn't represent our beautiful foundation of black American women, damn sure don't, and she's a product of Somali. Tether scamming, going terribly wrong. Way to stick it out and hold her accountable. Look at this. You wrong as hell doing this to my big booty African queen, FBA. Like my, like man, come on, man. These niggas always look like this, man. They all these look the same, man. These niggas be fucking goofy. These niggas be lame as hell. I don't even take niggas like that serious, man. So, oh yeah, so this is actually what I saw. So on the bitch Instagram page, this was posted on her story. If y'all go to the Instagram page, this is probably still up. But I saw this on the bitch story, so I don't know how seriously she taking what the fuck they told her not to do, which is not be on social media for 10 years. But I want to show y'all, old boy. What's the old boy name? What's the nigga name? What's that nigga name, y'all? Y'all know who I'm talking about. What's the nigga name? Conscious Lee. Here we go. Oh, hold on. Let me show y'all old boy, right? Y'all already know what's up with dude. Y'all know dude the goofy. Dude married to a white / Mexican bitch, all type of shit. So y'all already know goofy, right? But they on his ass, right? Because this shit just happened yesterday. So he posting all this other shit about Sudan. I don't give a fuck about none of that. But if you go in the comments, before I even show y'all that, I gotta show y'all basically what he was doing. So let me put up consciously because I'm tripping. So I gotta show y'all this. So when this shit first happened, right? This nigga consciously basically went on the internet and basically just shit on all black men and automatically believed this bitch. Already off the rip, he was believing it. Off rip, right? Without actual proof that came out, whatever, none of that shit. The nigga just went on the internet and just believed it. Now the reason why that he getting pushed back like he getting and everybody on his ass is because you didn't wait for no facts to come out and you automatically just believed her and it came out that it wasn't true. But it's like he goes out of his way to try to push whatever Democrat and whatever anything that got to do with foundation of black Americans. This whole is always against it, no matter what. So the whole point of when that bitch came out and was saying all this shit was to basically just shit on black men. We don't protect black women. We beat up black women. We abuse black women. We always doing negative to black women. We just the worst thing ever to happen to black women. Just the black American man and the black American woman. The black American woman is through all this pain and trauma and negativity and bullshit because black American men just beat them up all day and just slam their head into the fucking wall all day. That's all we do all day is just beat every black American woman. That's all we do. So that was getting pushed, and then you got a like this that make videos like this.
Before I even get into this, let's state the obvious. Dudes fight over sports teams, rappers we've never met, fictional characters accidentally stepping on sneakers, lines to buy overpriced white-owned clothes, etc. So it's perfectly reasonable to wonder why a dude wouldn't fight a dude who hit a woman with a brick. Sadly, this triggers me in thinking about the Say Her Name hashtag and why it was created. The Say Her Name hashtag was created to highlight the lack of mobility when it comes to black women that are brutalized in our community and how we are usually quicker to mobilize around the fear, tears, and brutality to black men's bodies. This is one of the videos right here that's been circulating on Twitter that's tried to justify this woman being hit with a brick because she stagely slapped this man in an obviously video that this person right here consensually took part of. For debate's sake, let's say this video was not staged and she actually did this to this man. Do y'all believe that would justify her getting hit in the brick with potential blunt force trauma that would literally almost take her life away? Does that
Just to add on to the point, this video that he's talking about, that video, there's no proof that that video was staged. It's just a video that she had on her page. There's absolutely zero proof that the video was staged. This is just something that he's saying. Don't get caught up in this big words that niggas like this like to use and all this fake ass like zoom in the camera function. Don't get caught up in all that shit. A lot of motherfuckers be capping on the internet. I don't give a fuck how many followers they got. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. They be capping, but a lot of people just believe what they say because they got a name and because they using all this special effects and all this other shit. This nigga capping.
justified? This reminds me of a video that I posted 2 years ago that pissed y'all off. Let's play the video.
See, this is how I feel about this. In a lot of communities, in a lot of homes, in a lot of preachers, a lot of churches, a lot of ministers, you teach your sons to not be. You teach your sons to not live a homosexual lifestyle, but you're missing the biggest teaching that you need to be teaching a lot of your sons is how to accept rejection from women. It's no reason why so many women are getting murdered, getting beat upside their head, getting robbed, getting hopped on, getting pushed off of cliffs, people running in female cars, people running in female homes because can't accept rejection, because a lot of these small dick niggas out here who really don't have anything going on, who really wasn't taught how to be a man, who really wasn't taught how to hold a job, who really wasn't taught how to carry himself, who really wasn't taught how to treat a woman, who really wasn't taught how to respect a woman, but he was just taught on how to women, and that is good enough to be a man as long as you're not. They was not taught to deal with rejection. If a woman tell your no, it's mother. No, maybe you ain't man enough for her. And I understand a lot of your sons out here, they are big rejects, but you need to start teaching your sons how to be real men. You need to start teaching your sons how to accept if a woman say no, it's no. You need to start teaching your sons how to accept.
A nigga with a purse and makeup and a blonde wig on, who's a power bottom, is having a conversation on teaching men how to be real men. And just for conversation's sake, the number one group of domestic violence encounters in the United States is lesbian women. Just putting that out there for y'all.
Except if a woman don't want to give him her number, it's no. But you're teaching your sons how to be gay. That's the biggest lesson in life that you're teaching your sons. But let me tell you something, baby. We not out here knocking these women upside their heads and stealing their pocketbooks and stealing their jewelry and raping them and killing them and beating on them. It's your straight sons. Because what you did was...
I find it preposterous.
And just so y'all know, yeah, you're probably not raping them because you're and you like, but what you're not talking about is all of the things that do happen when gay men do things to straight women and y'all don't get held accountable for it. Y'all, we never talk about how the gay man who wants to fight the gay woman or the straight woman, y'all don't get held accountable for it. There are videos of gay men putting their hands and fighting regular straight women, and it doesn't get looked at as he's a man because he's a fucking f***. So because he's he doesn't get thrown in the same category as a man because he likes penis in his fucking ass. It's the craziest thing in the world to me. A lot of these is the reason why they do what they do is because they want to cosplay female nature. They want to talk like y'all, act like y'all, dress like y'all, take y'all men, and at the same thing, think about this. Everything that I just said, these are the same motherfuckers that tell straight women, straight black women to be specific, don't deal with your man. Your man ain't shit. Leave all these men alone. But the number one commodity in the homosexual black male community is a straight black man. I'm going to say it again. They tell black women not to date us, not to deal with us, to leave us alone. We're all abusive. We're all going to cheat. We're all going to lie, telling them to stay away from us and just be a bad bitch, right? They tell them that we are the worst thing ever when they're little female enclave and enclave friend groups. But the number one thing that's important in the community when it comes to who they're attracted to is a straight black man that they can turn out. Think about that. The same men that they're telling their female friends not to deal with is the same very men that they want to. Crazy in the world to think about, huh? Let's keep going.
That the storyline is being created for her being a troublemaker, and that's for nobody should come to her defense. When actuality in the hood, hey man, I don't give a damn what they did right around Trent Frost. That's my homie. I'm riding with him. We'll talk about it in the car. That's usually the politics, but we see that there is a little bit of exceptions when it comes to black women, or not. Consciously only worried about distractions. Y'all be more caught up on symbolic acts than the material ones. You more caught up on somebody talking about the booty hole being brown and sensational acts of consent than you is about people really getting hit with bricks and talking about spinning the block. Make it make sense. And less than a month ago, we were sensationalizing a chair in the name of black unity and camaraderie. Straight black men today, we can't intervene getting assaulted because we might get killed or hurt. Queer people and women. So y'all agree that straight men are scary and violent now, and that's why a lot of us don't want y'all to be around. Let's really engage the pathological lens this is happening through. We always have this narrative that says that anytime that we see white people doing black people bad, we jump to fence and we do everything about it. There's also a narrative that says that when black people do black people wrong, we don't do anything about it. Now we are arguing about a black woman being hit with a brick and how the inaction of other men is rational. That's not pathological to y'all?
Because the lied. So he's saying this, by the way, with none of the facts that came out on this case. Again, this video is from a couple years ago. This is from 2023 when this was posted. So whole time, everything that this is saying is about a fabricated story that a East African woman lied about and said that black men hit her in the face with a brick and all the black men stood around and laughed at her and let it happen. So everything that this is saying is contradictory because this woman lied. So this goes into my bigger point. Are there black women who get done wrong? Absolutely. Are there black men and women? Are there black women and men who speak about things that they go through as a victim and it doesn't get pushed in the media and a narrative like it should be? Absolutely. I would be lying if I said it did it. The problem is that doesn't mean we just act like because somebody said it that is true. We should still give the same. I guess when we hear these things, we should give the same. Like we should read it and make sure that it's not a lie. Just because a motherfucker say something don't mean I'm gonna believe it. I'm gonna make sure and find out that it's true. And just because you're black and you're telling me something happened to you, at least I am. I don't know about some of y'all motherfuckers, but at least me, just because a motherfucker black telling me somebody did something to them, I'm not about to jump to conclusion and be like, you know what, you're right, you're black and it happened. Bullshit. Because I'm not about to get on with sucker shit. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. So you need to be able to prove it and make sure that it makes sense and make sure that I'm going to co-sign anything. If I'm co-signing something, I'm co-signing something that I know it to be factual. So I'm not about to believe a motherfucker just because they said it happened. You know how many women lie about things happening to them? I'm not saying all women lie about it, but what I'm saying is there have been a bunch of different stories and cases where women, not just black women, lie about things happening to them and it never happened. So we need to make sure that both sides are protected, the men and the women. And it's crazy because these same women who think that we should just believe all women are the same women who wouldn't have applied that if it was their son. So if, hey, mom, there's a woman that's saying something about me is lying, she's not going to say, yeah, I'm going to believe that woman over you, son. So if it's somebody that's kin to you, you can switch your narrative and now you can understand the logic. But if it's just some random man that you don't know because you're a fat, ugly bitch who had bad experience with men in the dating market, now it's all men are liars except it's from my son or my daddy or my auntie or my cousin or my brother. Bullshit. Or whoever the fuck you is. Let's keep going though.
Black men pulling stuff of a black woman's social media they claim to show that she didn't deserve protection when a black man smashed her face with a brick for not giving her a number seem like the same thing white supremacists do after cops murder black people and claim they deserve to die. And to be clear, in the area that she got hit at, that's exactly what could happen to her. I've seen the videos of the alleged bystanders that was there that didn't do nothing. This dude right here shared it. Witness from brick incident speaks and says she's a troublemaker. But think about it like this, man. The same individuals that's willing to bang all the music or riding with your homie, right, wrong, true or false, and saying sexy red, doing all this symbolic stuff is bad, is the same people that'll say, hey, man, she's a troublemaker. Let that bitch get hit with a brick. Shout out to Duke on TikTok. He been getting people together for about 2 days now. Consciously, do you see the whole story? You didn't see the other videos, did you? Man, listen. This is what the subtitle said this video right here. This is the same woman that was going around smacking white people in the streets. The over-sensationalizing, the intellectual dishonesty of it all. This is what they referencing right here. I still can't be like, what? Man, to the people in the back, All the folks that's in my comment section talking about simping and being zesty and being sassy and pandering when it comes to women's issues, them boys is the same one being real loud and proud about, hey man, that woman is a troublemaker. She brought it on to herself. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. What does you being against pandering and being sassy and what does it get you? Justifying gender violence?
Nobody's justifying gender violence. People are saying what anybody with a logical brain will say. And again, this video is from a while ago, so it's not like he doesn't know this now. And by the way, this nigga consciously, he has not apologized, nor has he said that, like, even all this stuff he's saying, find out that the woman was lying. He has not like written over it or overridden it or said, hey, you know, I should have did more research. He actually doubled down on it. After this, like, I'm gonna show y'all another video where he doubled down on it, but this is before all the facts came out, right? He doubled down on it, and then now that the facts are out and that this woman lied about it and she just got convicted, he still has not changed his narrative. He still is like, hasn't said anything about it. He act like it don't exist. But no, anybody with a brain, nobody is justifying anything happening to women for gender-based violence or whatever it is. What people are saying is, as a woman, you need to know how to operate to not put yourself in those situations. We just reacted to a video yesterday of a white guy who went in that bar with the thing on his arm, and the woman was pushing him, and she pushed him, and she was like slapping him around. She did it like 4 or 5 times, and he finally hauled off and smacked the fuck out of this bitch. And I said, women need to understand that you're not stronger than a man. You can't beat up a man. I don't give a fuck what the internet told you. I don't give a fuck what your rap songs and your female pop the pussy music songs told you, and whatever fucking in your fucking college indoctrination Democratic class told you, but you're not big and strong enough to fight a man. So you need to make sure that anything that you do, you're protecting yourself, because out in public, nobody is there to save you. And a lot of women don't know the power and the wrath of men. You don't. You think you do, because nobody's ever smacked you in your motherfucking face. You've never actually felt the true wrath of a man. A woman that's 5'11", 200 pounds is going to get her fucking ass beat by a guy that's 5'4", 175 pounds, because he's still a man. So it's not to say that women should get done any type of way. No, I think that's terrible. I don't think men should put their hands on women. What I am saying is, as a woman, don't poke the bear, because every man is not the same. So if you somewhere public and you're pushing a man and slapping him and pushing him around and slapping him some more, and he keep telling you stop, and then he finally haul off and uppercut your motherfucking chin to a light pole, and you looking crazy like you was in a cartoon and Mike Tyson, your stupid ass, don't get mad and cry foul and act like you getting abused. You sat there and pushed this man and smacked that man around for 45 seconds. The one time he caved your fucking chest in, and now you got a problem. That's what we're saying. Don't add fuel to the fire, because everybody is not going to be there and be able to protect you. And then you're putting other people at risk and danger because of it. Another thing, let's say if it's my woman, I'm out with my woman know how to operate. Any woman that's dealing with me know how to operate, and she know how to operate effectively, because you got to train your woman. But if I'm with my woman and I'm out there in public, and my woman is arguing with somebody, right? I'm not about to sit there and let her do that. But let's just say in the hypothetical, my woman is arguing with somebody, right? She arguing with some dude. She's drunk. I'm telling her, no, let's go. She drunk. She arguing with some dude. If she go and try to fight that dude, and let's say he knock her ass out, now I got to go fight him. What if he beat my ass or he kills me? Now what? I done lost my life trying to protect a woman that don't know how to be led, because I'm telling her to stop and calm the fuck down and act like a fucking lady, and you shouldn't be going in back and forth with no man on no type of physical trait, and this bitch don't want to listen. So now I gotta go fight this nigga for putting his hands on my woman, even though it wasn't even his fault. And even if he was in the wrong, doesn't matter. As a woman, you need to know how to operate, because you put other people in danger. I told y'all about the situation with the former Giants quarterback, I think wide receiver. I think it was Victor Cruz. He got into it with his girl, and his girl lied and said that he put his hands on her when he never did, because he was cheating on her, whatever it was his girlfriend or something. She lied and called her brother and her brother's friend. They came up to his house and tried to fight him. He shot both of them and killed her fucking brother, all over this bitch lying. And she didn't even go to jail for it, nor did anything happen to her. The bitch didn't even get held accountable for lying about this man. This is what I mean by a woman being unruly, and these things can happen. So nobody's justifying any woman getting her hands put on her for no reason, but don't poke the bear. That's the point that people are making. But stupid like this don't understand that, because they have to be a simp all motherfucking day. But again, let's keep going.
Oh man, consciously always talking about that gay stuff. He don't never talk about nothing to go with the black community. So what about us? I ain't hearing y'all talk about this black woman, how she should have been protected, how somebody should have asked at least, sister, are you okay? Did nobody get this man's license plate? Did nobody say anything to the man? He popped the woman and then left? Conclusion, man, forgetting arguing with these people. What we gonna do about finding an individual that hit this woman with the brick? You see what I'm saying? How can this man see the justice that he's supposed to see? You feel what I mean? Like, what we doing about that? Because arguing with these dudes is like arguing with a brick wall. You see what I'm saying? It's inconsequential.
And the nigga doesn't even exist because nobody hit this bitch with a brick. Now let's go to the second video this nigga made, right? Let me find the other video that this nigga made. Here go the other one.
Houston, after being the
So this wasn't this is when she got charged. So this was back in 2024, right? So now she got convicted and now she has to serve time for what she did and she has to pay fines and stuff. But this is when she initially got charged for it. So this is after the police has said, hey, we don't know about this. This might not be true. Coming from the police, listen to this. This is what I say when he doubled down on it. This is this nigga doubling down on it. This was back in January 2024.
woman known as Brick Lady charged in Houston after being accused of making the whole thing up, raising $42,000. So nobody read the article though, huh? Consciously, when are you gonna apologize? Because that little heifer was scamming. I told you she was scamming, she was lying. When you gonna apologize? The apology better be as loud as the support for her too. And before we even get into what the article proves and disproves, let's state the obvious. A lot of y'all don't have as much hope and legitimacy into the system or the legal process until it's about disproving support of a black woman. Then all of a sudden, y'all become legal advocates because just a couple of days ago, y'all was all about Martin Luther Majors being a victim of the system because his victim lied about the details in which how it happened. The article proves,
And there was a video of him running away from the white. There was a video of the fucking East African woman of actually what happened, not that she got hit in the face with a brick. Dumb nigga. So that's a terrible comparison because there was actually proof of what Jonathan Major said. There was no proof of what the other said. There was actually undeniable evidence and proof that she lied about it. So that's a terrible comparison. But again, let's keep going.
that she was assaulted, but that she did not give the correct details about how it happened. According to charging documents, Osman and Douglas were in an argument and Douglas reportedly swung his right hand while holding what appeared to be a plastic bottle and struck Osman in the face. Now, why is the headline written in the way to presume she made the whole thing up when the
Because she did. And that's why she got charged for it and now convicted. But let's keep going.
article itself states that she was assaulted, but that she allegedly lied about how she was assaulted?
She wasn't assaulted. She hit somebody first and they hit her back. That's not assault. That's somebody defending themselves. If somebody walk in my house and punches me in my face, I'm not assaulting them if I get to whooping their motherfucking ass. I'm defending myself because I don't know who this random motherfucker is. Same logic applies here.
So for the people in the back, the reason why she's being charged with fraud is because law enforcement has said, no, you were assaulted, but you lied about how you said you was assaulted. Therefore, all the money you
This bitch look like Martin, man, when he got the boxing. That is crazy.
raised is fraud, which literally leaves me scratching my goddamn head. Now, the GoFundMe that is being called
You scratching your head because you got these Skittle puff, powder puff girl ass motherfucking dreads. You
literally leaves me scratching my goddamn head. Now, the GoFundMe that is being called into question was about helping her recover and paying for medical bills because she was assaulted. Now, the article itself states that she was assaulted. So what a fraud come in? So y'all gonna piss on my hand and tell me it's raining, huh? The article also states they were able to find video of the defendant and another person who they believe was the accused assaulter. They got in the car. They both got out the car. The defendant slapped the male who responded by slapping her back. He did have a water bottle on his hand, and we think that's what left a mark on her face, but it was mutual combat. That's what they said. So they charged this woman with fraud because she said she was hit by a brick, but they said she was hit by a water bottle, but they do acknowledge she was hit. They do acknowledge it was marks left on her face. So she can't get a GoFundMe to take care of what. And then this really the part that had me scratching my ass. TikTokers provide police.
because you an African booty scratcher. Because you a fucking tether. That's why you was scratching your ass. I ain't never heard a black American say this had me scratching my ass. No, you an African booty scratcher, nigga. That's what the fucking truth is.
TikTokers provide police information on Osman false claims past alleged scams. During the investigation, detectives said they received call from Daphne Sutton, a mental health advocate and blogger on TikTok, who believed Osman was conducting a scam because similar situation happened in Minneapolis in 2020. Daphne Sutton, the queen.
9 times out of 10, if a similar situation happened in Minneapolis, it probably was another East African tether like her, which was probably another Somali or whatever woman or man. So that's not even black men, but let's keep going.
Queen of accountability that literally made about 30, you know what I'm saying, it's exaggeration. I say probably like 10 to 15 different Twitter videos about her calling Houston law enforcement and saying, hey, Ro, yeah, she's scamming. Queen of accountability. So according to law enforcement, it was a plastic water bottle that left this mark on her face. Not no saline, not no injections, not that she made it up. Like, it was a water bottle, apparently. Second thing, they claim in the article it was mutual combat. That's what the law enforcement said. But one individual had a object, the other one did not. And the individual that had an object was a man, but it's mutual combat. Interesting.
So, as y'all can see by the community note from Twitter, Rhoda Osman's assault claim alleging that she was hit with a brick is disputed by Houston police. Video evidence shows that video evidence shows she first hit the man with an object. He responded with the plastic bottle. Osman faces charges for fundraising based on false claims. So, yeah.
Woman, no.
Now, under this post, okay, I thought it was more recent stuff that they put under the post. Maybe not. But, yeah, she lied. She lied about it. And like this, jump on that bandwagon. And it's so crazy because these be so black woman power, black woman this, black woman that, but they'll never be married to one, do they? They be so pro-black and all this other black shit, but they'll never marry. They don't. By the way, he's consciously is not married to a black woman. He's married to a white Hispanic woman who looks like a white Hispanic woman. She has no melanin in her whatsoever. So it's just funny how like these the type of niggas that be so pro-black. It's another nigga on Twitter. His name is on TikTok. His name is Public Offender or something like that. And he's one of these black women queens and all black men ain't shit and black women are queens. And he's another nigga that's not married to a black woman. I just find it so funny that they're never married to black women. The niggas that are so pro-black woman and so anti-black male are never married to black women. They're always with a non-black woman. That is very funny to me. It's just, you want to talk about something interesting. That's interesting. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anyway. Consciously scrolling up and down Twitter talking about Dubai, acting like he don't see his ass getting dragged. Yeah, so let's go back to his page. Because I wanted to show y'all basically where, the type he is off rip, right? So his whole entire thing is now Dubai and Sudan, and he talking about Sudan and Dubai. Yeah, don't nobody give a fuck about Sudan and Dubai. So, address me, the elephant in the room. Clearly, everybody talking about the Brickgate situation because this doubled down on it. And as y'all can see, they put memes and shit because like, no, don't try to look at this. These are some of the dude's tweets, right? From the whole Brickgate situation. The same ones who sided with Tory Lanez are siding with the brick thrower. I'm not surprised. Most dudes only do shit for women when it's transactional. This woman being hit with a brick proves it. She was never hit with a brick. I don't think the same way, but in high school, I thought poorly of Gucci Mane fans. Don't ever disrespect Gucci. Gucci wanted the trap on a trap Mount Rushmore, rap Mount Rushmore trap music. I felt like only basic people listen to the Flair. Oh yeah, you a lame if you dissing Gucci. Cause I ain't never heard no real nigga that say he don't fuck with Gucci. Fuck out of here. Gucci from 05 to 2012. Is you crazy? Now look at me bumping this Saint Brick intro talking about some East African Santa. I don't know what you're talking about. When racists pull up any and every reason to rationalize with brutal violence against black folks, we know it's problematic, but this black woman being assaulted with a brick is cool. We're the anti-simpers and what they saying on this black woman being hit with a brick. Again, she was never hit with a brick, y'all. So, as y'all can see, his Twitter, it's everybody is on his, literally everybody. Now he want to talk about some fucking Sudan and Dubai. It's America. We don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Stand in your business as a man and take accountability. That's what a lot of these don't do though, man. That's what these don't do. Gucci and Jeezy for sure. I fuck with Gucci and Jeezy. We need some motivation. The ones that come motivate me. They wait. Real Jeezy fans know what that is. Fucking goofy, man. Don't nobody give a fuck about Sudan, but you admiring gang. No disrespect to Sudan. Shout out to the Sudanese people, right? Whatever they got going on, I hope it gets fixed, right? I ain't trying to diss Sudan, but they ain't my country, they ain't my homeland. They got shit to do with me. I hope they get whatever they got going on fixed, but it ain't got shit to do with me. Anyway. So the bitch going down.